to an episode of Just My Baby Daddy podcast sponsored by the JMBD Foundation. Yeah, that's new, right? That's new. That's what this episode's all about. It's your favorite baby daddy, AJ. And today we're going to talk about the JMBD Foundation because we have officially got a 50. When the podcast originally started, it was just that, a podcast where, it was just here to give voice and a platform for fathers to speak their mind, talk about the different, to talk about the different struggles we all go through as fathers when it comes to whether it's raising children, the struggles we all go through as fathers when it comes to whether it's being married, being with a partner, being separated, no matter what your situation is with your significant other or just your child's mother, it is not indicative. Officially got our 501. Which that 501c3 status is huge because it means we're taking this podcast from just a podcast platform that was used for, a voice for the fathers, a voice for those, whether you're married, whether you're single, whether you are in a relationship, no matter what it is, your relationship status is, we're all dads. And at the end of the day, we're just going to be a dad. And so that platform is great for us to talk and have conversation. But now, as these conversations built, I realized that a platform is great, but real hands-on work is even better. And so with that being the case, I wanted to put together something to support fathers. And, I know all fathers go through different struggles at different times. Well, I wanted to choose causes and highlight things that I struggle with and that I know I can relate to, that I can speak on, that I can talk to, and that I know will be beneficial to me and my journey growing up, not just growing up without a father, but as my journey as I'm going through as a father. And so I realized, I love that there's so many fatherhood platforms out now. Absolutely love it. But I do see there's a gap when it comes to certain initiatives and certain things that relate to me and my personal life that I feel like others can benefit from as well. And so that's why I decided to take it off the microphone. I decided to take it off from just the podcast to put it in the streets and actually put my boots on the ground and actually get the work done that I would like to see become the changes and things that I would like to create. And, the foundation is the same thing that I talk about here on the podcast, where its presence is greater than everything. So being present online is one thing, but it's time for that real presence to happen in person. And a lot of this in-person things, I want to be able to facilitate, and I'm going to be facilitating that through the foundation. And so what I mean by boots on the ground for fathers is the different events and the different initiatives in which I'm going to start putting forward. Like the last fatherhood event, we talked about financial fatherhood. And I mean, we talked about all kinds of things from whether it's, setting up a brokerage accounts for your kids. And then we also talked about hey, man, how do you protect your children from, the way to put it, just ticking off as soon as they get a little bit of money and the girls seem like they like them. How do you get them hey, she can like you too without spending all your money on her? That's also a financially fit father because you're teaching your kids, you're raising them the right way on financial responsibility. The father and education event comes at perfect timing because that is one of the pillars in which I want to build the JMBD Foundation on, and that is the HBCU Legacy Scholarship. More information on the scholarship will come out when the event happens on August 20th. Just a brief overview, we're giving a scholarship away to a DC, Maryland, and a Virginia resident who plans on attending the HBCU in the fall of 2027 who lost their father to gun violence. That is something that's very big to me because, as we all know, as we talked about millions of times on this podcast, I was one that not just trying to navigate fatherhood without a father. I had to navigate life without a father. I lost my father at a young age, and just that HBCU experience helped me really find and learn more about myself. And it's not just because I'm just around Black. I grew up around Black people my whole life, went to Black schools. It ain't that. It's just something about that certain environment, that culture, that loving, that people are really supporting you to try to do better. Um, and I think when you come from, when you feel like you may have been lacking something at certain parts of your life when you didn't have a dad there, you can find, me personally, I didn't find a father figure per se when I went to college, but college itself became just that loving factor for me as a whole. So that can be a beneficial, so that can help fill a void in someone and another young man, young woman's life that was there. If I can help fill that in any way, that is what I'm here to do. And so that's why it was very beneficial that we was able to get the paperwork and everything done. I'm super excited that we're going to be able to officially talk about that on the 20th. Another thing that's going on that happened just in time for us getting the paperwork done is it happened right before my baby's birthday. Ari's Angels becomes official. Ari's Angels is another program in which we are going to be supporting dads of premature babies. I know what that's like. I remember, that those times when you just got to be there feeding your baby and with a tube, just praying that eventually she just takes enough food that they say, okay, they can allow her to take the tube out. And then just go from taking the tube out to just having the fact of maybe she can come home. And the stress and just that emotional toll that is taken on you day in, day out, trying to be the stronger person, trying to do it all for everyone, it wears on you. And I don't know who's there to care for you, who's there to just support you, who's there to be like, hey man, it's okay. And so if you don't have those people, that's what our Angels program is here for. What we're looking to do is put together care packages, encouragement for fathers who have premature babies in the NICU. We're looking to put together things like custom T-shirts that say "Can't wait to get home." Little things like energy drinks, natural energy drinks for the dads. Little words of encouragement, whether it's quotes, everything. Just put them all inside like a baby bag that you can take home with you. And it's really important to do that because it's so many times where I know I felt like I was in that room when it was just me, and it wasn't just me and my daughter because I couldn't. There was another. I remember so many times when it's just felt so alone in those little rooms. You can't be two parents. There's one parent at a time. I remember when it's like my shift to be there in a NICU and just feeling like helpless and just it's just a horrible feeling. You gotta always be, again, the pillar of strength through it all, while at the same time breaking down on the inside. And so for those who need there's a little encouragement, just a little bit more to keep it going. We're just putting together little packages. Be like, hey man, like whatever support you need, whatever it is, for it's blankets, whatever, we're putting together packages to support those dads. Because I know what it's like. Like it's tough. And I understand, and it's tough. While it's tough, I just want you to know and feel supported that you're not by yourself. There's a million other dads that's going through it. You're not alone. And we want to let you know that you have support from me and my entire circle. I mean, there's so much more to expand upon when it comes to the foundation. Like this, I'm just excited. This is a special announcement. Everything just seems right. It seems like the right time to be doing this. So I always ask all my guests all the time, what do you want your legacy to be as a father? I always said, I want my legacy to be, my kids just thought like, man, my dad was that guy. And so that's more than anything, that's what matters the most to me is my legacy to my children. But for the foundation, I want to leave a message for fathers to understand that presence is greater than everything, because just being there, you can solve and fix a lot. As long as you're showing up, whatever issues occur, you always give yourself a chance to fix it. And so the legacy of this foundation is going to be, we're going to make fatherhood fun. We're going to make it look fun. We're going to make it look collaborative between moms and dads and the children. And we're going to help. We're going to empower fathers. So with the foundation, we're going to be empowering fathers. We'll be educating the youth. And we're all about building legacies. Enjoy the ride. Thanks for coming.
Episode of Just My Baby Daddy podcast. I know you liked what you saw. So what I need for you to do is go back and look at past episodes. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share our YouTube page, Just My Baby Daddy Podcast. And you can follow us on all social media at Just My Baby Daddy Pod.